About 20 years ago, while a group of spirited young Nigerians were conquering the world in China, plane loads of other Nigerians were flying out of Nigeria. At the time, brain drain had just become a national malaise. A major drain on intellectual endowment plagued the nation, to such extent that the then military government was worried. Over the years, the situation has remained basically the same. Nigerians have continued to leave the country in search of greener pastures abroad. The scene you see here is reenacted every day. These days, it seems everybody wants to leave Nigeria in search of the good life overseas, the general belief being that life, any life outside Nigeria, is better.
If I see somebody that will sponsor me abroad, I will go.
What will you go and do there?
At least to relax a bit.
To relax?
Yes.
If you relax, how will you feel if you don't work there?
If I go there, I will struggle because I'm a struggling man.
So why can't you struggle in Nigeria?
Struggling in Nigeria, you know, Nigeria is corrupt. Now presently Nigeria is corrupt because one, I tried soldier 2 times. Because I have no godfather, I have no godmother, I have no anybody, I cannot succeed, I cannot get through because I have no money. I started riding Okada since I finished my secondary school in 1993. Up till now, I still riding Okada for more than 10 years at least now.
If you had an opportunity of traveling abroad, would you rather leave this meat selling and go abroad?
I no go.
You no go?
Yes.
Why? Why you no go abroad?
I will get money here now.
You will get money here?
Yes.
But they say you go get better money for abroad now.
This one don't do me.
Of course, if there is an avenue for them to travel abroad, ordained by God, they can go. But I see no reason for them to go out of their way to travel abroad.
If I have the opportunity to go to abroad, I can go to abroad and do work.
You would prefer to go abroad?
Yes.
And work?
Yes.
For the average Nigerian, the reasons to board the next plane out abound. Corruption, unemployment, civil disturbances, to mention just a few. Yet reasons for migrating differ from one person to the other.
The more reason why one will think of going into a profession is to have the ability and opportunity to practice it. And after graduation, you now find out that you are not challenged enough to practice that profession, either because you don't have opportunities around you. What do you do?
If I have a visa and I know I will be welcomed there, like I told you, I'm a traveling man. I'm a struggling man. I will struggle, I will make my way. I will not steal, I will not do anything, but I'm a struggling man. I will look for a job there and I will do it. Let me tell you, $1 here is equivalent to 100 and something thousand. 100 and something naira here. But if you are there, you know, you have priority. Your people here will be happy that you are abroad, and they don't know whatever thing you are doing there. Sure, you understand? But when you are here and you are doing this Okada work, many people say, even girls, anybody say, they carry Okada man as if he don't even go to school, he don't even know what he's doing. They talk to us the way they like, they treat us the way we like, as if we are not even Nigerian citizens.
Actually, I'm not too impressed about the education in Nigeria. It's not too encouraging, so I prefer going abroad to get better education, then come back to Nigeria to work.
As the migration continues through our ports, the question needs to be asked: how are Nigerians faring abroad? This is the United States of America, a major destination for Nigerians who have lost the attraction of living in their fatherland. Here the streets are wide and paved, the air is clean, and there is an overwhelming sense of order. Here the structures rise up, with arms spread wide open, perhaps celebrating a nation that towers above all in the comity of nations. Even the nights are so bright that one develops the notion that this country has no dark side. In all, America inspires respect and adoration in a first-time visitor. This does not only arise from the physical manifestation of America, but more importantly, from the great minds that visioned and created this great nation for their children and their children's children. Herein lies the dilemma for the immigrant, especially the Nigerian. America was made for Americans, So where is the place for the Nigerian in the American society? Why do Nigerians leave their fatherland for foreign lands, especially America? To most Nigerians who perhaps believe so much that anything foreign is better, images like these are just not possible. According to George William Curtis, a man's country is not a certain area of land, of mountains, rivers and woods, but it is a principle, and patriotism and loyalty is that principle. Now one might ask, if patriotism is loyalty to a set of self-determined principles, does it suggest, therefore, that the average Nigerian that leaves our shores to seek greener pastures elsewhere is unpatriotic to the Nigerian nation?
You come here with the hope of going back home. That was the original plan, I guess, with a lot of people, to go to school and come back. And I think that was the pattern in the 70s. But I guess that Nigeria economy and general life, standard of life deteriorates. Most of us find ourselves just getting stuck in America. I mean, it's a situation where you really love Nigeria. I mean, there is nowhere like home, honestly. But you're here and you just can't go back because... You're lured by the dollars. Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, it gets to a point where it's not just about money. I mean, life is just not about money. I think it's the freedom of how do I put it? The lifestyle, all these basic amenities that's available in the United States that you don't have to, work hard for.
Until we have the right people in the right position and who have the country at heart. We never had that, and that's the problem we have in the country.
If economy is good, I see no reason why people would want to live outside our country. I decided to leave Nigeria when my transcript got lost, and I went to WAEC to get my transcript, and they wouldn't give it to me. Okay. And I was frustrated. I decided to leave Nigeria and go abroad, and I've been here since then, and I've had a good life. I went to school here.
More and more Nigerians are beginning to find their own versions of the American dream. Jumai Ali has worked for the Hausa service of the Voice of America for the last 17 years. She is from Benue State.
A lot of people have a lot of misconception about America, maybe because it's so far away. People believe that, oh, fine, America is a land of opportunity. If you work hard here, you'll make it. But most of our people have that feeling that it's like you pluck dollars from the trees. No. Whatever you earn here, you have to work for it.
In the case of people coming from countries that don't normally have a chance to immigrate to the United States, that means we add their diversity. We add their cultural diversity to our mix in the United States. It also means that we're able to take their experiences and add them to our collective experience as a society. So what they bring to the United States is their life experience, their cultural experience, and they add to the fabric that we know as the United States today.
Sadly, the impact of brain drain on the Nigerian economy is not just about naira and kobo or pounds and dollars. It's more than that. To understand the irony of the situation, we need to take a closer look at a Nigerian in the U.S. Philip Emeagwali, a Nigerian-born U.S.-based scientist, is a typical example of brain drain in Nigeria. He left Nigeria over 30 years ago and sponsored 35 of his closest relatives, including his parents, all his siblings, nieces and nephews. The story of how Emeagwali took 35 people to the United States exemplifies how hundreds of thousands of skilled people have emigrated out of Nigeria during the past 30 years. For Philip Emeagwali, his loyalty is to the American government. Chief Damien Anyau, he more than any other typifies the colossal impact of brain drain on Nigeria. Nigerian-born scientist Damien Anyau, born January 1957 in Nguru, Mbise, Imo State, Nigeria. He is ranked number 3 of 100 most outstanding Nigerians. Chief Damian Anyanwu is considered to be the man who can make Africa a technological continent. He is the founder of Damian Anyanwu Research Center Incorporated, DARCI or DARC, here in the US. The center, based in New Jersey, launched its branch in New York City. Chief Anyawu's scientific achievements around the world range from electronics to medical technology. In 1979, he built the first private-operated radio station known as Radio Mbise Fame. Few years later, 1983, Anyanwu was invited by former Nigerian President Alhaji Shehu Shagari, who decorated Chief Anyanwu with a national award for his outstanding contributions to mankind. Are Nigerians itinerants by nature? Is there something in Nigeria that makes it impossible for some Nigerians to excel in Nigeria? Why do Nigerians leave Nigeria?
You have freedoms. You have the rule of law. You have
these developed countries.
Yeah, you have the enforcement of the rule of law.
Okay.
You have an organized social sector.
Okay.
You know, a healthcare delivery system that works, an energy sector that works, a transportation system that works. And some of them really have some kind of welfareist programs that takes care of the unemployed, the disadvantaged, the crippled, and all that. Now, there's also security of jobs. Okay. The value system is strong. If you have the talent, you have the training, you have the credential, you get a job and you're paid what is commensurate with your skills. Do we have these conditions in our country? We don't.
That brain drain constitutes a major drain on the Nigerian economy is not in doubt. What is in doubt is what should be done to reverse the situation.
Governments have been trying to address the symptoms of brain drain rather than dealing with the root causes. The real challenge is for the government to deal with the root causes of brain drain. And you can understand it by what really attracts people to London, England, that's England, to United States, Western Europe, and a couple of other places.
The government in power should please encourage people with creative attitudes. A lot of people, I know some other inventors in Nigeria who might have died by now, who started with me. If I didn't leave Nigeria, perhaps I could have died, because I was losing weight when I was in Nigeria. But here in America, I think I'm okay, I'm eating very well, but that is not my problem. My problem is to make what I'm doing indelible in the whole country so everybody will benefit.
For a very long time, I think Nigerians have relied on the government to create a suitable environment for all of us to come and reside in. I think Nigerians also have to participate, the private sector in Nigeria is very strong, but if the private sector is encouraged to develop, more on a steady basis, people like us will feel more comfortable coming to Nigeria to live in that environment. But as it is right now, I don't really think that standard of life is as such that I feel that I would comfortably live there. I can get that here, but I miss my family a lot.
If Nigerians are truly willing to return home, leaving behind all they have achieved here, is Nigeria ready to welcome them back?